Council's jobs used to be to clear the tenements by building social housing and moving people into decent homes of their own. Instead, we are now going backwards. The housing and homelessness crisis is spiralling even further out of control. It's destroying the lives of thousands of families, of children across the state. In South Dublin County Council, 1,452 people were registered as homeless in November, including 653 children. All 3 homeless hubs in Tallaght are now permanently full. We don't just have a social housing list anymore, we have an emergency accommodation waiting list. And every day, as a consequence, families are being sent miles away from school, miles away from family support networks into Gardiner Street, where on just one street, your government has forced over 1,000 people to live their lives in slum conditions in 21st century tenements. I met a family a couple of weeks ago. There are 6 children, 8 people living in one room for now over 7 months. 1 toilet, no cooking facilities. Whole families, thousands of them or hundreds of them, in conditions like that for up to 2 years. Children growing up, learning to crawl and walk and run in a single dingy room. The council's jobs used to be to clear the tenements by building social housing and moving people into decent homes of their own. Instead, we are now going backwards. We need to go forwards again, building council homes on public land.
Homelessness, people in state accommodation, a much more complex issue, driven by lots of different factors that aren't necessarily under control. Where it happens, we try to make sure that homelessness is rare, that it's short-lived and it's not repeated. And a very large number of people who have to experience homelessness, almost half do so for less than 6 months, and the majority, thankfully, for less than a year. But I totally appreciate that's a very long time in the life of a child in particular.